She's a watercolor artist, an urban sketcher, a trained engineer, an electrical engineer. She lives in San Jose and is originally from India. She works in many different media, including ink, gouache, watercolor, and digital sketching on iPad, and is the author of Drawing with iPad using Procreate, and also does urban sketching. She has taught internationally, including at the Madeline School of Art and 5 Urban Sketchers International Symposia over multiple years. She is a signature member of CWA, NWS, and CSPWC, and has taught over 50 workshops worldwide. She's trained as an electrical engineer with a master's from Stanford, and she combines structured thinking with expressive artistic practice. She's the founder of Vivify, an AI-powered visual collaboration platform designed to support creative professionals. Painting plays a pivotal role in her personal life, serving as a source of balance, rejuvenation, and emotional expression. Since 2009, her artwork aims to convey emotion, mood, and story, inviting viewers to complete the picture through their own lens. So here it is. Where are you, Uma? There you are.
Yay! Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. This is an honor to be able to do this again one more time. And I see a lot of friendly faces, Jaladi, Leslie. So if I'm bombing at any time, you're going to pump me up. That's your job. Your job is to be my cheerleader, and I promise to be your cheerleader if you're going to be painting along. The kind of introduction I had, if I can just borrow you, Liz, for every investor meeting, that would work perfectly. Perfectly well. All right. This is my face camera, and I have another camera, and I want us to spotlight the other camera after a while.
Okay. Just let me know when.
I'm going to just share the reference picture and give everybody the link to it so they can pull it up in another tab. So here it is. That's the link. And
there it is.
Thank you so much for just inviting me. You always have great choices, and you still gotten thought of me. So I feel very honored. Thank you. I live in South San Jose. Is anybody from South San Jose? Because I'm about to insult it. It's a superly boring city, but in the middle of suburbia, I try to find pieces of light or glow that I find mine. I like to travel to very beautiful places too, but I've come to the realization I have to accept where I live and find beauty in that. This is a gas station at the corner of Almaden and Blossom Hill, but this is the one I want to paint. You should download it and look at it. And if you have questions about it right now, ask me, because there's something called talking about painting that I'm going to be doing at some point. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Sorry, I have too many monitors. Perfect. And then I'm going to spotlight my own. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to turn on the light. And you have to tell me if the light's enough and the shadow is almost gone. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be an interactive session. So you are going to talk to me because I am terrified right now. despite all this introduction, when there's a crowd, fear happens. So I want to get out of the heebie-jeebies in the next 10 minutes. So give me an audio yes if you're painting along. How many of you are painting along?
Lots.
Lots. Perfect. This is what you're going to need. I'm going to show you. You're going to need two sets of palettes. Why? Because I'm actually going to be doing something called mixed media painting, which is watercolor as well as gouache. So you're going to need your watercolor set first, and you are going to need at least, oh, where's the white? I need a white. Hang on. At least these colors for gouache. These are primaries, a primary blue, a primary yellow, a primary red, and a white. When you go to gouache, you'll also need brushes that go along. So my mops are for watercolor painting, and these are my gouache brushes. What are the brushes I use? I use oil painting brushes because they're very stiff. And because they're very stiff, I can press on it, and I need that tactile strength. This is a very flimsy brush, and this only comes in at the very end to have some details. Perfect. Has anybody painted in gouache before?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So I painted in poster colors when I was a child. And then I started feeling that watercolor looked the best. It looked like it needed the most skill. It had light, and it attracted me for many years. Life's gotten really busy, and I have been now seeking shortcuts, and gouache gives me few shortcuts, which is why I wanted to do a mixed media piece where I can share the shortcuts. You can try it out, and you can tell me in future if that works or not. So this is how I paint at soccer when I'm with my children. But the reason to talk about mixed media is because there are a lot of mixed media that are also water-based. This is water-based charcoal, for example. And this allows me to keep on painting in different rust situations or in slivers of life, so to speak. And suburbia, here it is. I love suburbia scenes, suburban scenes. You will always see an electrical pole and stoplight. Why? Because I'm the driver in the house. If I'm driver in the house, that means I'm driving. So the only time I get to take pictures is at stoplights. So, so I'm making it work the way I have it. All right. Does everybody have the picture in front of them? If not, I will pull it up again. A yes or no? Okay, let's assume a yes. I'm going to do something called speaking the painting. So I'm looking at my scene and I'm actually crafting a plan. That plan might not work out. Doesn't matter. I need to have a plan to give me confidence. Why am I painting this? I have to answer that. That very strange neon color, that glow, is super attractive to me. It's unnatural, but it makes a gas station attractive. Yeah, so that's my first attractive thing. My second attractive thing is this the glowing gas price boards. Can you see my mouse when I move it over it? Probably not. Oh, I'm not sharing screen at all. Sorry, wrong thing. Sorry, I've been saying things without. Okay, so this is the unnatural green I was talking about. This is the only reason why I'm painting this. This at the back with the background of evening turning to light, that middle time where it is so unknown what's going to happen, that I like it because it puts some tension in it. And then there's my second actor or second attractive actor are going to be these two boards. Okay, what are the things I'm most scared of here? The car, obviously the car. It's big, it will need accuracy. I don't want to do either. So I'm going to have to face that fear. I'm going to start reducing my fear by taking off this car and cutting off the painting right at the medians because I don't want my side mirror there, nor do I want my road. Liz, you'll let me know if my audio goes up?
I'm sorry. Yes, if there are
Okay.
questions.
Questions or if my audio goes out?
No, I can hear you fine. I think everyone else can too.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've figured out who my hero is, why I'm painting it. Um, what my fear is the car. So everything's out in the open. We have to have a plan. So the plan is this. I'm going to draw this out very lightly. And then I am going to put in a wash with watercolor. Watercolor is a transparent medium. Every place where I need watercolor to do its job of emitting light, I'm going to do that. Except where I have to be very careful. In the sense, I could use watercolor on the yellow columns too, but it makes me fiddly. It's a very small space. So I'm going to not care for it and use gouache for my main actor, which is the gas station's cover and the pillars. Okay, let's go. Enough talk. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. All right. I've purposely cut it down from a quarter sheet inside because gouache is a slow medium. In the sense, what you recover in gouache is you can now put in a yellow last and it will still work. In watercolor, you have to put in the yellow first, otherwise the water gets dirty. So what you win in the order, you lose echoing. You lose in speed because it's very tacky and gluey. Okay, I'm looking at the scene, sort of. Let me bring that closer to me so I can look at it. Okay. I want the front to be exaggerated. Perfect. If you like to know what pencil I'm using, that is a 9B. It's super powerful. I think it's an overkill for a painting, but okay. Whew. We got to put in the first thing and just put it on. Come on. Just claim it. Is it up here or down? It's going to be down here. So I've figured out that watercolor painting is a bit about bravado, meaning you just claim you know something and go ahead, do it. Because if you overthink it, you're going to see all the errors. So I'm going to see all the errors, but tonight, it's going to be amazing. You see what I'm doing there? I'm just psyching myself up. Okay, this is too low. This is a very short. There's a problem here. Do I want to raise it? Okay, let's raise it. Pull this down, make it taller. Okay, this much I can do. There is a mall right behind. Strip mall. Okay, we got the mall. What else? We have these red boards. I purposely made this board a little taller to cut into the roof line, just to make it more interesting. Okay, there's some trees, blah, blah, blah. That's a tree. Okay, now the car. Yeah, the bravado was until the car came into picture. Now let's see how much we do. The car is facing the wrong way. Why is it compositionally facing the wrong way? It's leaving. So it needs to put in some kind of energy in this composition, but not take our attention away. So it's got to be boring, but not so defined that it takes away the entire attention. Remember that. Oof. I'm going to start drawing rectangles because I'm kind of. There we go. That's a car. That's a big car. Is that too big? Yeah, it's too big. What can you do? That makes it the hero. So we really need to make it much more boring than what I've done. Okay. Is that even possible? No. So shorten it, make it down, make them up. taller, longer. This wheel can't go there, so it has to be here. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, there's a tree. We'll figure out whether we want the tree. But the big exciting part is there is this light you can see, the yellow light that you see in the background. And there's a big cloud here. There's also cloud cover here. This cloud cover is kind of important because that's what's making the spaces between the columns dark and popping the column ahead. This card is offensive right now, but okay. We'll have to deal with it. So, is everybody done with their drawing? And if not, I can hold on for 2 minutes as I figure out where my stuff is. Okay, I found my stuff. Okay. What happened to the audio, guys? You have to fake it, fake the encouragement. All right. Joe, tell me if you need me to hold the palette in hand so people can see it while I'm painting.
Probably would helpful.
Okay, I'm going to do it until I can.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so the reason I know I'm going to come with gouache, so I can be super careless and not break out the masking fluid and put in the whites here. There's a problem with this perspective, you know, when this bends down so much, it looks like I am going to see over the car. That can't be true. So this has to come here and this has to go up. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, fine. Okay. The colors of the sky. The colors of the sky are light yellow. I mean, I'm using the word yellow, but it's not really yellow. It's a Naples yellow tending towards green, really, at the bottom. And at the top, it's kind of cerulean, but it's a dirty cerulean. And at this end, it starts becoming cerulean mixed with ultramarine, but yet a little dull. So, if I put in a blue and then a yellow, later my water is going to turn green right away. So I'm going to go in and actually put in a yellow first. What am I doing? I am ensuring that the yellow runs. So I'm going to put a yellow at the top here. Then I'm going to put a pink right here. And then I'm going to put blue the same place. What will that do? It will keep on pushing the yellow and I'm hoping the yellow settles down about at this place. And if it doesn't, we try. I think that's a bit, okay. I'm painting at an angle, so I need to be aware of the issues the angle is going to produce. And I know that water, thanks to gravity, is going to flow down. So that's why, what did I do? I took a cobalt blue and put it in the yellow to make it a dirty blue, to see if that dirty blue is enough dirty. Not enough dirty, it's too dirty. There you go. And then you wait. This is too bright, too happy. Kill the happiness a little bit, come on. Oh, not too much, but okay. And then as we come down, I see on the road a bit of the yellow
Very
glow, so
huge art space.
I'm looking at the glow on the road and introducing just the bits I have time to introduce. If I need a glow which has soft gradients, I really need to put it in now. Why did I use orange here? I had it in my brush. That's it. There's no big reason. This Okay. This small sliver of white is saving me from that red dropping down. This is looking beautiful. The paper is starting to buckle a little, that's fine. I'm gonna pick up this. I'm thinking this is too happy. Yeah. But I think I can come in and suppress the foreground a little later. So for now, this is good. I'm going to give you time to all paint. I'm going to mute myself so I can pull out the hair dryer. Does that work for everybody?
Yep.
Yes.
If this was plein air, this would have dried really fast.
Siri,
Okay.
open chat GBT.
Okay. This actually allows me to showcase another use of gouache white. Because this is dry, this wash is dry, and I want to add in diffused clouds on the top. That would require me to make everything wet again. Instead, if I add gouache, so I have a bit of white here, and I'm going to squeeze out a bit more. If I add white to my clouds, people do add white all the time, they just don't know. They use maple yellow or lavender instead, and that gives the pigment a very thick consistency, so it stops it from rolling down. So it makes it more sticky and it sticks to the paper more. So let's try that. I'm going to make the color seems strangely cerulean. Okay, cerulean. This is a very dry pigment. This is how your pigment should not be treated. They should be wet. Okay, cerulean. That's a very happy cerulean. We need a boring cerulean. Add some burnt sienna. That's better. Does need a tad of red, so we need. Very nice. You see, I squeeze out the paints in my palette and move it around because they give me the consistency, information of viscosity, and I can tell if it's thick or not. Okay, very cool. All right, this starts to look really sharp edges. This should be giving you a mini heart attack by now. So it's giving me one. but we are trying to showcase how gouache helps. So here is how gouache will help. We need to activate the cloud and the area around it. So I am coming in with a wet brush, just a bit of a, oh, that's too much water, bit of wet brush. But if I add water, what's it going to do? It's going to roll down. But voila, here comes my white. And then I make my cerulean again. I need a dirty cerulean. Too much white, pull it off. So nice. No, too runny still. Happy. It's not moving, so when I move my brush in that mix, I want it to not move. Not move. It's still moving. It suddenly gives the clouds some character. It has a depth you didn't feel we could do if your paper was not dry. Agreed? This hard edge is bothering me, but I'm gonna stay with it for just a bit. I'm coming in with the same mixture and doing the clouds that are on the bottom too. These bottom clouds are important, but it's also important for me to save as much white as I can, if I can. So when I was doing the swish part, my hand was behind on my handle. And as soon as I get tight, I move my hand closer. So the way I choose brushes is they have to feel right, how much ever my hand travels. If it travels in the front, the brush still has to not be so, I lost that. Do I need yeah, I do. Okay. What's the group verdict? Are we going to pick this up? Yes, we are going to pick that up. This is looking flat. Okay, add some kind of hint in it. What was that hint? Hint of any color. Really doesn't matter. Humans don't like something super plain. It doesn't look real. Just that. That's enough. I don't know. Can you see that well? On Zoom. We'll see. This shape's looking really odd. We can't tell it's a cloud. We need it to have a softer edge. Really give it a softer edge. How am I using my brush? I'm kind of using this ferrule of my brush to actually scrape it. Just a bit. I'm cheating. Welcome to watercolors. I think this looks fine. How are we doing on time?
Oh, you have an hour and 15 minutes.
No, we're gonna maximum 30 minutes, okay? Okay.
You got lots of time, Uma.
Okay, perfect. All right. What should we do next? We have the clouds, we have the glow. This is looking cherubic, the gray, the gradual variation from a dirty pink to a dirty yellow. It's almost singing already. Now the stakes have gone up, which means you're more scared to touch it now than you were before. All that is good, okay? We need to put in the small elements. Is that the right thing to do, or should we do the main guy? If I touch the main guy, it's going to be on that wet thing, more chances to mess up. You know what this demo really is? This demo is you are inside my head.
So there's a question as to what brush you were using, the name and the make.
Voila. Da Vinci Casaneo. This is a synthetic hair.
Okay.
Still not very cheap. Great bang for the buck. Love the company. Love the owner too.
Okay.
And because mops and rounds don't have the same
So it's a mop
sizing.
brush, right?
This is a mop and it's number 4. And the second, as you can see, the writing's gone. This is my workhorse. These both are my workhorses.
A smaller map.
Yeah, it's number 2. So they have
Okay.
0246. Okay. I'm thinking, and I'm also trying to buy time. The right thing to do would be to establish the middle value, the middle plane. Why? I started off with the farthest, which was the sky that looks like the whole cover on the globe. Then I got a little closer. I did the clouds. You know, the clouds are also granulating because we mixed in the white and cerulean, looking good, still looking good. And now we need to come a little closer to reality and put in the small. The strip mall like shapes are going to be feelings. We can't be drawing every structure. What color are they? They are some dark color, but because I'm going to make them a dark red. Why? They just look like it, or my mind is playing games with me. I know there are these tiled mall roofs, so I'm unable to move away from it. I have some water here. Should I use it? No. Take off that water. Too soupy. Has no opinion. This color has no opinion. I don't like that. Too much opinion. Okay, better. Too blue. Too blue. Still needs to stay brown. Interesting brown. Kind of boring. Okay. Nice. This flick of a wrist thingy, I think it's like a twitch. You just have to do it to feel confident or something like that. So my laptop is a little far off from me, so I can't see all the stuff that I should be seeing, but I knew there was a dark shape here. Or maybe it was here, I don't remember. Oh, the mall is here. Oops, I lost the white. The mall, da-na-na, da-na-na. And then I said, I am going to interrupt the mall with the sign. Perfect. Great. This mall, that roof is not good because if I pull this in, then I can see the cars. If not, I've lost the space to add cars. I need to pull the roof up. Okay. But I need the trees to be connected to the roof. Otherwise, they're going to look like a big, weird mass. So they need to go in right now. This is at a higher level than that. So we have a problem. So these malls can't connect. Fine. We will make a sign to distract ourselves from that problem. Nobody said anything. This looks cool now. Suddenly we have distance, a bit of distance. We want a bit more distance. So let's pull in. No, right behind the car. It's actually much darker behind the car. So let's put that in. The car is dark, so don't need to be super precious about it. What color is that? I'm gonna drop that. Okay. Okay, I see distance. Joe, do you know a way I can zoom in? Is this possible?
I don't think it's possible, Uma, using your cell phone
Okay.
because you'd have to be able to pinch and expand it. And I don't know that, I think that'll be really hard.
Okay. Oh, caramba. Oh. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Whew. We're going to let this resolve. I don't know what I'm doing here. So when I don't know what I'm doing here, we have to step back and move to the next thing we know. So this is exactly like solving any problem. A problem can be divided into 10 parts, but you make progress in these two. Then you hit a wall, then you make progress in these two, and so on and so forth. And then something opens up in the previous ones. This car, I'm going to actually start painting in gouache directly. this is my gouache palette. But this is a pencil box, yeah? And I'm going to show you how I set it up as a wet palette on the go. I take, ta-da, kitchen towel, and then take 2 pieces, roll it up, use my trusty spray. Where should I spray? Why am I spraying it? To make it moist. Why do I need to make it moist? Because we are making a cheap wet palette. See, these animators who were working in Disney, and they still do, they would make these wet palettes in the sense they would have their poster colors pre-mixed ready. If they wanted to match the shade next day and want the pigment to be in working condition, then they would have a very thin tray, looks just like a butcher tray, thin tray, but it has a seal on the top. So you would have a butcher paper inside it, and under the butcher paper you would wet it, and hoping that when you cover it up like that overnight, the insides would stay humid and your gouache wouldn't dry. This is the problem with gouache. Gouache dries out very much. These are the places where my pigments will go. So, not all, but some of the important ones. The important ones are yellow. Cool. Oh, you can't
Which
see
yellow are you using?
Hansa yellow medium.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a titanium white. And I'm going to put some here too, in case I need an extra bit. And right now, because I'm going to go with my credit card as a brush here, it's not even my credit card, it's my, everybody must have their annual pass to the national parks. That's the best. And I'm squeezing out ultramarine blue. And I'm squeezing out a red. I'm going to show my palette to you in a minute. It's just that I can't hold it while I'm unscrewing my paints. And I have cheated already, and I've put in a carbazole violet in gouache in my pigment as well. And the palette looks like this. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Everybody take a deep breath. Whew. Just like we can e-pay, we should be able to send e-courage or something. Able to see that? The red is extremely powerful. Okay, good. The car, the car, the car, the car is here. Oh, very nice. And the car is here. The car is sort of here. Very cool. Nice. Keep the darks here. That's good enough as a car. Perfect. Gorgeous. Okay. That has told me I can actually go put in the roof too with the same colors. The red's a bit hot today. Okay, sir. Too hot. Do I care? No. Because that's my hero. The hero can get a bit more interesting and attractive, and I don't mind. I have a bit of a compositional problem. They're equally weighted. That's a problem, but it's a super thick color. We've crossed the point of retrieval of recovery, so that stays. Okay, good. Woo! We are not done with gouache. Gouache will come again and again. So we got the whites here, we got the darks here. I'm going to start and think about what to do with the car, but I'm going to let it settle and buy some thinking time. Until then, I'm going to put in some small bits for the red sides. Okay. So what is the common way I think. I think in distance. I've gone from the farthest point to closest point. And if I stumble, which I stumble here, then I proceed to the closer thing. I've come closer. I think I can go back. I just came up to gather courage and I can go back to middle ground. All right, here we go. Middle ground. Middle ground is orange. This is too boring. This pink. This is not bright enough. It needs, yeah, that it needs that. It can't do a pure red. Yeah, it needs a pink and an orange mixed. Great. That would be too sharp, too loud. So we're gonna check. Boring, not strong. No. Okay, these two colors work. Okay. I'm purposely leaving out some whites and then coming in with the thicker color that I made, like so, with a little pink in it. Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. So, excuse me. I can't see the gas price. I've just crossed into 40, closer, crossed over 45, so I can't even see from afar. So I'm gonna let that be. But if I do that, that color needs to drain down here. That's too bright, and yeah, we will fix that with water. Trusted water. That's too perfect. So now if I've come here, I've touched the foreground, which means I need to resolve this for the car too. Okay. So everything you do generates a problem all the time in painting. So there's no real winning. You just go from one issue to the other, but I enjoy that. I enjoy this aspect. So I'm going to kill this light right here, and it's going to flow. And I know where it's going to flow, so I'm gonna put in some water for it to flow right here. I need the shield to have some kind of lighter value, so I'm going to force it with a color that is already much lighter. Yeah. And this is starting to take too much attention away, so I need to diffuse the light around it a bit. What am I doing? I'm just making sure the glow from these signs stay. This is too bright, too enthusiastic about their glowing, but the time to recover is gone there, so. This is too colorful. Woo! We'll have to deal with this later. Okay, what does the painting mean? Anybody?
Contrast.
Anything works. Contrast in what? Color, value, shape.
Value, maybe?
Where?
In the foreground?
In the foreground. So my hero is sort of between 4 and middle. So I'm going to put in that contrast right here. Okay.
That's why who you are.
Okay, you gotta think about it. If I come in with a yellow too soon, everybody will just go home because they'll see the aha moment, but I want to drag it out. So I need to figure out what else. I'm gonna come and kill these whites first. Figure out whether I need any cars here. I'm gonna resolve these spaces. How do I resolve that space? Okay, gotcha. I'm looking at the reference picture. The reference picture has some dark mass that just denotes life of suburbia. Perfect. Oh, watercolor. That's harmonious even. Now, the only thing is I need a place for my pinky to step in. Get this. What does suburbia have? Lots of signs. Why? Because there's lots of parking. Why is lots of parking? Because there's lots of coffee shops. Because that's our entertainment. We don't have anything else. Okay, so we're gonna have trees because parking lot again. Beautiful. This roof has come down a lot. Try to move it up. Maybe we can succeed. Maybe not. Okay. Those are the strip mall things. But if you need cars, they have to be stab boring, so their values have to be lower. So can't have too much contrast added. Yellow ochre, making blobs out of cars. Good. Okay, that blob looks good. That blob looks beautiful. This blob is unresolved, but we'll come back to it. So we'll kill it a bit, maybe. It's unresolved because it's boring. Boring. Give it a little life. Yeah, one of them has a little life. Okay. I can't tell the distance between. So this board is ahead of that. Good. But there's not enough distance. It needs a darker vegetation like thingy in front of it. That will really put the distance on. I'm seriously winging it because I cannot see. There you go. I cannot. There you go. I see the distance. Woo! Okay, this white is bothering me. What do you do when things bother you? You kill that light. Okay.
Kill it.
Yep. You're right, you're right. This one's too yuppie too. Let's go. This one's too yuppie too. This is dangerous though. This is shining still. Just gonna take it off just a tad. Okay. This one is really precarious. This needs to dry for me to come back in. Okay. These light colored thingies, we're gonna put in a yellow and we'll see if we need to recover them back with gouache. Oh, very nice. Okay. So the way that lemon yellow light is, I don't think in watercolor I can come in and give that to you and have it be strong and static. So I'm going to go back to my gouache trick. I'm going to look at the back of my card, and if it has any other color, I'm going to try and wipe it off. Okay, turn it around. Okay. I need it to be a lemon yellow, which means I need a tad blue. This is very scary. Yep, this lemon works. Not thick enough. I'm going to actually take off the moisture. This is too. If it runs, it will not have the texture or the feel, the punch that, you know, sometimes oil paintings have that sometimes we miss in watercolor. No, I need it thicker. I need it thicker. Let's see. It's a little weak. Okay. Ooh, this is too much on one side. I should have used the other smaller side. So we're going to recover because I can't mess this up. We're talking about the hero here. So what do we do? How do we get this excess color off? Okay. You can't see this, isn't it? Okay, I'm trying to get the excess color off my card and putting it on something else. So as you can see, my handles got a little dirty. By the way, taking gouache in the field is a super messy operation. Even if I'm showing you that I have a nice jewelry case or a pencil case for it, just cleaning the brushes is such an effort. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The pinky problem persists. Woo! We couldn't have done this. We couldn't have done this. Oh boy. What are we doing? Yes, sir. If you're not taking chances, I mean, are we even living? It's nice when somebody else is taking those chances. I'm looking at this. Are you feeling the glow? I'm feeling the glow. Okay. Okay, we lost that, but okay, we'll recover that. Okay, and I'm with Joe here. I think it needs a more punchy background. We'll give it a punchy background. And we'll do that with a gouache brush that I have more control over. Okay. Oof, this is yellow. Punchiness will come with a blue. I need to wipe off my tablet. Okay, this is not helping. Where are the kitchen towels that I so like?
It's like a couple of buffaloes
Say that again.
grazing in the field.
This looks like a couple of buffaloes grazing in the field.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to turn it. I need a white. I need a second dab of white. Why do I need a second dab of white? Oh, actually, I forgot to tell you. I often put white on two spots of my palette because one white often gets the white gets contaminated so easily that I have to have one warm white and one cool white. Otherwise, I'll just get shades of green. This is too happy. This needs to dull down a bit. Ooh, I really want to do this. Go with a darker color. Too much. Okay. Oh yes, sir. Oh, that lights up. That lights up that awning right there. I'm pushing the background. Look at that. Oh, that popped. That popped right away. I'm looking at the screen that you are seeing. And this needs to bleed more. It will do its job because I'm going to slope it and recover. We need this blue to be right here. Perfect. Oh, look at that. We got 3 pillars when I actually only had 2. Okay, fine, fair enough. What am I going to do with this extra blue? I am going to add dabs of it so that I can stay harmonious. This is starting to look boring, so very nice. This needs a darker punch. This has worked out well. There is a tendency of people, once things start working, to overwork it. So we are not going to do that. We are better than that. So we're going to step away for just a second. If we need to overwork it, we have all the means. We need another brush for that. Yeah. I just found my overworking brush. It's right next to me. I am going to put in this floor, which is missing. There we go. There was something here, but this is a bit too bright, so I gotta kill that color. So I'm still using gouache because I'm in the flow with it right now, and I'm making a brown. This is too happy a brown, but it's under the lights. That will work okay. That looks good. usually a sign, something up here. Great, now just need to have some shadow. We have three colors there, all cool, warm. If I mix them, I get a little yellow. That should make it a gray. Two green needs a blue, needs another blue. No, blue. The red is so powerful. Thing with smaller brushes and gouaches, you spend more time in the palette. Some brickwork, okay. And then this is now looking a little flat. The underside of the glow, it does need a tad variation. I'm gonna just darken it, which means instead of a lemon yellow, I need to darken it with a blue. I'm going to be super conscious about where I add that. That is not enough. This is too wet. I can't add anything right now. I will just pick up things instead. So while this is working out, this white stuff is taking over attention. So I need to pull it. So I'm going to kill this white and I'm going to darken this stuff. How am I going to darken this stuff? With gouache again. Why gouache? Just because I have my palette open. The purple is super powerful. Come on. Very nice. Very nice. Too dark. Don't know. Let's put in those trees. Sometimes it's a mere suggestion. Sometimes it's the confidence of you calling it a tree. And suddenly, if you call it a tree emerges. If you call it a cattle grazing, who was that? Cattle will emerge. Okay, I'm going to put in a small pole because that's going to add some. That's too dark, too heavy. That is worth a white. Too heavy. But it only needs one dab. If we can't take it out in one dab, we have lost it. And there it is. And that's fine. This is like a poker game. Sometimes you have to know when to fold. And I fold a lot. But I play next time too. Oh, I know what I want. If I move to the smaller brush, that means I've gotten to the detail phase. Okay, very good. This is looking attractive and abstract enough for me. And it's not everybody's cup of tea to have so much abstraction. So, therefore, I appreciate you all even more. Oh, look at that bold colors. This is looking really interesting. It tells you the suburbia. This is telling indecision. This is saying we were weak, but are we weak? We are not weak. So we gotta kill it. If we kill that, this has to go, which means something darker has to come in its place. I'm looking at it from its side because I know the bottom edge keeps on collecting a bead. This is too sharp an edge. We'll think about it. Okay, you know what? I like that red so much. Oh, too much. There we go. Can I do this? Yeah. Whew. This white line is bothering me so much because it's saying I don't know what it is. And I don't like indecision. I don't mind the wrong decision, but there's got to be a decision. This is not a normal, so we are going to make it a pavement. This is the pavement because I said so. Down, right? Okay, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to move this painting closer to the camera. And then you all can critique and say what it needs. Okay. Joe, tell me if it starts not. Oh, I know what it needs. If it stops, if it's not in focus, how should I hold it?
Well, that's fine.
Okay, what does it need? This is floating. This is floating. What is this? The trees are floating. They need to be grounded somehow. Okay, that's our first problem. Second problem is this is looking super vacant. This is a very light background. It's asking for something dark to come in and intercept it, and that will just be like a okay, maybe a white bulb there. That'll be great. If I put in a dark shape, I need to darken this bottom stuff. Okay, what else?
Would the car be casting more of a shadow based on that
Yes,
background?
absolutely correct. Let's fix that first because that's a technical. Come on. Sorry. It can't be technically that incorrect. Hello. That is right. Because there's a bleeding color, I'm going to comment. This is saying that the brush is too wet. Okay. This one's good. Cast a shadow. Look at the shadow. You saw the shadow. Nice. Does it need a sharper end? I think so. Let's give it a sharper end. Okay. It's cast a shadow a little bit this way. Can't read because the light is on this side. This has to be this dark
So
shape. Yeah.
there are a couple of comments. Roof of the garage is almost too dark and takes away from the glow.
Without that, it wouldn't glow. A glow is always captured between two dark shapes. We can quickly take a picture, put it in Procreate, and I can share my screen and lighten it to see if that works. Is actually, I'm coming over to see roof of is almost too dark and takes attention away from the glow. Without it, there won't be a glow. I'm pretty sure about that. But I'm gonna put in some darks here because this area is also looking undefined. So dark here, connect the trees somehow to the floor. Continue the darkness here, then continue the darkness here. From it will emerge is there a light anyway there? Yeah, will emerge a light. So we have scale, we will get perspective. Then if we have to reduce the roof value, we can do that. This fellow is bogus, but okay. What are the other comments? The roof is
Are we
strong and
missing-
not the.
Are we
Go ahead.
missing a headlight in the car?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we are. Should we put in it? Do we want to be precise? Yeah, I'm thinking. We can do this. I'll take a picture.
You have time.
Then we can add it. So we can do a before and after. If it works, all credit to me. If it doesn't work, you have to say your name. Who asked for the headlight? I'm practicing here. What is this? This is a tree. How would I ground it? There's no way to ground it. But there are cars that I wanted to put in anyway. So if I could bring in the model columns and then connect to a car, that would give a semblance of connecting. Okay, we have a plan. How does a car look? Wait, okay, the car looks like that. Artificial. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, people fill in with their minds all the time. Okay, this has become way too blue, but do I have time to recover? No, so I do need to make the stuff behind. This needs green. Now, I need a yellow. This is what happens in the field all the time. You either have to squeeze a lot of color, and if you squeeze a lot of color between mixes, you are seen spraying rapidly just to keep the color fresh. Yeah, that's a good green. That's a better green. Okay, that's a great addition. Then I said, this is, I don't know what this is, so we need to resolve this because the column is not clear what it is for. There shouldn't be anything here, so kill that light, good. This is too thick a color, so if I dab on it, I'm going to be in trouble, but looks like I like paint, so I did this silly thing. Okay, this is still looking unresolved, fine. This kill light here. Suburbia. Where is the light? The light comes in, it will cut, it will be light on. I don't want to cut it here, but now I put a dot, so. Nice. And then the light is up here. Okay, perfect. Maybe some wires, but the wires don't, if I do a wire, this size is almost there, so I need a tree, but it has to be a little lower. If it has a tree, then there'll be a shadow. I have to step away. There's a drawing error at the back. There has to be a yellow. Is it necessary? It's a chance I'll take. Let's not take the chance. Let's not take the chance. I can't take a picture because my phone's inside, right here. So I'm checking whether if I put another light here, like so, then that column can be a different color. It has to be a bit brown. It will be here. Okay. We did a very small painting. I think we should not touch it. Can you see? I can't take my own advice. Okay, are we putting in the headlight? What about these three? If I squint my eyes, these gaps are a bit bothersome. I don't know which one is the wheel, so I'm gonna cut this. Okay, those wheels are too close, but I'm gonna have to live with it. So this has to be cut. This light has to be cut. That light has to be slightly cut. Okay, we can live with that. I'm gonna say call it done, except for the headlamp. All those who want a headlamp, vote in the chat. Say yes for headlamp. It's your name.
Well, there aren't any other questions right now. No, yes.
Okay? No, okay.
Another no. Yes,
Oh, come on, folks.
yes, yes.
One, two.
Cars
I
seem
agree.
too soft.
I do agree. I do agree. If I gave it a hard edge, where would I give it?
Stunning
give
and
it-
very intimidating to a beginner.
Which is why I'm teaching a mixed media starter workshop in October. Okay, I'm going to take that comment about being too soft to the heart, and I think that's true. Whew. If I put the dark end on the top, there is a chance it's going to go outside the bounds, and sometimes you get the glow on the top, isn't it? So we want to cut across. Nice. Okay. I think this makes it look much more. I don't like this at all. Okay. What was the decision on the headlamp? Yes. No. No. Yes. Okay. You're being
Well,
all
let me
very.
count the yeses.
Yes, yes,
One,
please.
Yes, wins. Okay. What color now?
two,
The same
three,
color.
4. 1, 2,
It's
3,
done. The deed's done.
4.
We're all in it together now. How do I clean my brushes? That is a very key question, absolutely key. When I'm cleaning a gouache brush, I mean, I just dropped my brush in the water, so it became chalky, but my water never becomes chalky. And the reason is that because I pick up the brush and actually leave the pigment on the kitchen towel. This is super key. So I often do not even start, I don't even clean it as much if we have only few pigments, because every color is related to every other color. So I keep on trying to go from yellow to blue. I will go through a green or a gray. So it automatically changes what I have in my brush. And try to not touch the water. That is the key, really. All right, I'm going to turn my face spotlight on. And maybe remove this one. And open it
Well, that was
to.
amazing.
Thank you. You're very kind. Oh, let's do that. We will take off the tape. We'll do it together. Oh, sheeps. I have to
Yeah, you got to take the background. There you go.
Da-da-da-da.
So Marion Leggett wants to know if the red tape around your painting helps you with your values.
No, not at all. I use white tape usually.
Yeah.
This is too dark, so need to go back here. I think that is good. That headlamp. I'm upset at all the yeses. No. But you can do this now with gouache, not with watercolor. That's great. Yeah. I like this part a lot. This stuff is still unknown. Oh well. Here's how the obsession with gouache actually started. It started off with cheap beer coasters. Okay, these are beer coasters. They cost about 2 cents if you buy in a pack of 100. And I was getting really busy in life, but this is how small the paintings began. They began as this smaller painting, And again, at crossroads too, because by the way, crossroads are also very safe. So if I'm going to do a night scene like this, I'm going to stand at a crossroad. I'm going to paint alone, but not feel super intimidated. So farmers market, you can take this anywhere hiking. It's cheap paper. You don't feel you're risking too much.
So where do you buy those coasters?
Amazon.com.
Oh, and they're like thick papered, like 300-pound.
So they are the worst paper for painting because they're made to absorb beer, because they're real beer coasters. So you won't have much time to play with paint, but it works fine if you're going with very definitive strokes with decision making. You're just dabbing paint on. And it
Okay.
also stops you from over dabbing because after 2 dabs, it's going to start peeling paper. It's really bad quality.
Okay.
But if you want to get into this habit of making decisions and moving on, I think the coasters are great.
So you use gouache on those?
Yes,
Yeah, because watercolor would sink right in.
exactly. You guys have been super patient with me. I hope
Oh,
I've
no, you
done
did
justice.
great. So there's a website for painting watercolors, trailboundsketches.com store.
Perfect. I looked at it. Well, thank you so much for having me. And I'm going to remove my own spotlight now.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so
I
much.
think everybody really enjoyed your demo, and
Uma, can you take a photo of your final painting and send it to Liz, and then we will
Yes,
include
of
it in the
course.
video?
I definitely will.
Great.
or hold it up again, and I can do a screenshot.
I'll take a better shot
Yeah, that'd
in
be great.
flat light.
Okay, all
But
right.
if
Okay.
anybody's been painting along, I want to see your work. Uh-huh. Yeah. Put yourselves on the spot too. Come on, people. Nobody? No. Anyway, next time you all better be painting along with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the one other thing. This is the link to my 4-week workshop that talks about mixed media. We start with landscapes. We don't do man-made structures, but it's a starter workshop. We'll go to man-made objects and figures eventually, but in 2027, I think it's time to start with something easy like landscapes.
Uma,
Okay.
is it mixed media again? Are you using gouache and watercolor?
Yes, it will be gouache and
Yes,
watercolor
it
home.
is. I
Great.
just opened it.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
And it's on a platform which has a .ai in it. I trust that company. It does right by creators. So don't get worried about it.
So thank you.
Thank you, Uma. That was wonderful.